Pressure. Some on these gas get hectic. I put my bitch in the best shit. Wanna act goofy, stretch quick. Pressure. Some on these gas get hectic. I put my bitch in the best shit. Wanna act goofy, stretch quick.
Yo, 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 what is up? What is up? It's me, it's King. We're back. We're in the building with another live stream. Week 3 is upon us. Football season's all full in effect. It's already the third week, but we're here to talk about the Washington Commanders versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And I got my guy Big Moves Timus on here. What's going on?
Hey, thank you very much, Keith, for having me, man. Y'all know we got King in the building today, man, and every day. What's going
Yes,
on?
sir. So no, we definitely gonna talk about it. Washington's 1-1. They went up against the Jags, almost lost that game, and then they lost to Detroit. With that being said, how do you like your Washington Commanders this year?
Man, we just come out the game swinging. Okay, cool, got you. All right, all good.
You know,
Look,
I gotta ask you the hard stuff, then
look,
ease my way into it. You know,
look.
it's all fun and games.
Actually, I'm good. Actually, I saw on your intro something that actually made me really laugh, bro. I feel like this is the reversal of what happened 3 years ago, actually. So as y'all know, we had a guy who was named Mr. Baseball in the name of Bryce Harper that was here, bro. And we was like, yo, bro, we can't win anything with this dude. We trying, we always get there, not really having no, man. Got a piece out of you, bro. So it was like, all right, man, go ahead and do that. And then went to Philly for like, yo, bro, we gotta do. We like, hey, bro, we telling y'all, man, like, put them numbers, not rings, but choice is yours.
Right.
They got it. And ever since that, Bryce got hurt. I've been up and down. He been all right for y'all, but he been good. I feel like Philly trying to let us know the same thing with Wentz. Like, hey, bro, like, yo, we had this dude, man. It wasn't, when we trying to let y'all know, we're like, nah, bro, it's going pretty good. And like, so far, it is going okay. It is better than last year, but it's still not enough out there to tell us whether he's good or bad. He's had 7 touchdowns and 3 picks at that point. So you're like, all right, so the production is there, but the mistakes are there as well. Last year he finished the season with 7 picks, and we're at 3 with 2 games. Where are we going to be? Are we looking at a 10 to 15 year pick type year for Wentz, or are we looking for, is this going to be, hey, he's just going to have an amazing run without any picks now? We don't know, and this is why we play these games in this week 3 right now. With that though, I feel like the DC media has been putting a lot of attention on this defense not holding up to where it's supposed to be, and giving Wentz the criticism where it need be, but also giving him the praise for, hey, you are an improvement, letting him know that as well. So I like where we are right now. It's not all unicorn and rainbows. Again, it's not, but it is improvement from last year and 2 years ago as well. It is an improvement. That's all we can ask for.
Okay, so we got that question out there. We're just gonna ease into it. So, how did you become a Commanders fan? Are you from the area or?
Man, all right, look. So, your boy was born and raised, well, actually born in New York to be technical with y'all. So I might hear the accent come out every now and then. I was born in Yonkers. Shouts out to YO. With that, came down here at the age of 8 years old. Now in New York, I knew everything about ball at that point. So when we talk about ball in New York, we talking about basketball. When you mentioned ball at that point, because we ain't got a lot of fields and stuff like that. Like especially as a kid, like the court was outside my apartment, but I ain't seen no football field outside my apartment, to be honest with you. So I get down here. I'm trying to watch Sunday cartoons. It ain't no Sunday cartoons. It's this football game on. I'm like, bro, what is this? Why is this football game in the way of my cartoons, man? Like, I'm trying to watch cartoons here, man. We talk about the like mid late '90s. What are cartoons at? I started seeing these football players talking about Washington Redskins. I'm like, what is this? And then we draft this dude called Patrick Ramsey, and I'm like, what's going on with this? And then lo and behold, 22, 23 years later, bro, that's how your boy has been a diehard Commanders fan for 22, 23 years now at this point, man. So shouts out to them. I was raised in Prince George's County, though. I was raised around 10, 15 minutes from the stadium right here. Used to go to home games all the time at that point. Moved away for a little bit. Now we back in the DMV. And again, my fandom didn't change when I moved away. And it's certainly not going to change when I get back. Been with this team forever, bro. Win, lose, or draw.
Got you. So you wasn't one of those bandwagoners. You've been there from the beginning. That's cool.
Oh,
See,
bro,
we are good because I hate the bandwagons that they hop on and then they hop off when they losing bad.
Man, Monday Night Massacre, I was crying. I was like, I thought McNabb was gonna be something here, yo. Like, yo,
Tried to tell you about McNabb too. We didn't have them too.
Okay, I got like I said, so we've been through it all. So it's like anybody who just wondering, oh, was I just a fan of the defense 2 years ago? Like, nah, but we've been through it all, bro. Been through it
And
all
it's
here.
funny because we had Jason Worth, and then look where he went.
Yeah. Hey. It is
So,
what it
so
is.
Washington just swapping players back and forth with Philly.
Uh-huh.
But do you really like the name change? Do you really? I know you don't like the name change. I know you
Let me be
don't.
one of the first to tell y'all right here, man. Let me be one of the first to tell y'all right here. See. I had to put on the big C's today, man. So sometimes you just gotta say dripped up and dripped out right there, man. Y'all see the W right there. Hold on, y'all. I know y'all see what it say right there all day, every day, man.
Okay.
We big C's out here, man. Always been a fan. I said I'm a fan of it. I'll be the first to tell y'all. I'm a fan of it from what it was at that point. Look, it was deemed a racial slur by those people who it was at that point. I view it, especially both of us being black here. If somebody doesn't want to be called something, hey, I ain't got nothing for you but love at that point. We gonna change the name at that point. So we did. Command is what we came up with. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. We gonna take command
I
and get on
mean,
this field, bro.
I just feel like you should have left it at the football team. Like, I
Not at
mean,
all. Here's the thing. There's nobody who has a more boring name than the Giants, and I don't want to be like one of those teams. Like I'm just like, yo, that's so boring, bro. Like the New York Football Giants, like, come on, bro. That's just derivative. And the Washington Football Team just sounded just as derivative. I'm like, I don't want that, bro. So like, Big C's out here, Commanders, man, all about the W's, man. That's all we about here in Washington.
what's going on? Philly halftime. What's going on? Sleeping Angels. What's up? What's up? What's up? So yeah. So me, of course, I'm outside of Philly, but I've been, born and raised in Philly
Gotcha.
for ever. Moved to Jersey, came back, but still rocking the same team. But Philly is my home, and so I've been an Eagles fan since beginning. You lose with the team, you suck, you stay with the team. So I've been a diehard Eagles fan since forever. So with this regime that y'all have,
Oh,
Carson Wentz, we all know how he progressed. You already
uh-huh.
expressed your feelings about Carson. Now, were you sold on Carson when he first got there? Like when
Yes.
you seen in the news, oh my God, the Commanders is getting Carson Wentz. Did you be like, no, we don't need him, or did you be like, all right, I can rock with him?
Here's what I thought. If he works out for $28 million, it's a steal at a quarterback. Right now, quarterbacks are going for 45, almost 50 million a year. Bro. So if you have one that works out for 28 million a year, great. Now my concern is, are we bargain shopping or did we get a steal? And that's what I've not come to terms with yet. A lot of things in this Commanders team, we have not maxed out the budget. We're still under cap space right now, and people praise that. I'm like, I don't praise being under cap space. That means that means we're not getting anybody. Or we're not utilizing the money that we have in here to get people. Like we playing stingy ball, and I want to see that. So with Carson, that I think I was playing stingy ball with Carson. Yes, I did, and I still do. I'm like, hey, I really hope this works out right here because you spent 28 million on a guy when you could have either drafted a person, which we did. We'll see how Sam Howell turns out at that point. You can draft the guy, or at that point, you just load up on offensive weapons and you just plug in the guy in the next 2 to 3 years at that point, and you get like that, which is looking like how this might be right now with our receiver core, but we're going to get to that later. But in terms of Carson, I do think when we got him, I said, hey, this could be a steal or this could be a bust, but $28 million towards the quarterback is not a bad price for a guy who was proven to do it. Can he prove it again?
Uh, Definitely, again, you Philadelphia fans. I'm sure I know. I've seen you on different Eagles content creators, and I'm sure everybody has told you about Carson Wentz.
Absolutely. At this point, bro, I gotta swing by his crib, bro. Like I only live 20 minutes away. I gotta be like, hey Carson, bro, I've been talking about you a lot, man. What's up, bro? What's up, man? I've been defending you like security
I
guards,
can
man.
say when he is in the groove, when he was here, he was in the groove. He definitely will command the offense. It's just as of lately, last year I think when he was with the Colts, I think they did him dirty. It's not his fault. It's not all his fault that the defense couldn't keep up and beat the Jags. It's not all, it wasn't all solely
It was
on him.
22
But
men
I
on that
didn't think
field.
he did too bad last year. I think he could have been better than Matt Ryan this year.
Yeah, okay. So here's my question to the Colts. You got rid of a 28, 29-year-old quarterback who is relatively healthy, playing on 2 sprained ankles, but still was able to move around. It wasn't a guy who had like a lacerated spleen and things of that nature. So a relatively healthy guy. And you dismiss him, say he was bad for the culture, bad for the team, didn't work out. Hey, not a fan of him, and you go and get a 40-year-old guy who should have retired 3 years ago. I don't get it. Y'all are 0-1-1 in week 3. How does that happen? How do you got to tie open up the season? I got to tell you something within
Yeah,
itself. Okay,
against the Texans.
yeah, that's what I say. Like that, and I gotta tell you, yo, what's going on with y'all, man? But yeah, I gotta tell you something myself. So with that, I do see Carson truly. Again, I will defend this. I do see him as an upgrade as of now. Am I going to speak and say, hey, Carson's going to be the best quarterback of all time for the Washington Commanders? No, I will tell you though, he's already set a record in his first 2 games for the Commanders, and that's not saying that hey, Carson is this phenomenal quarterback we've never seen. That's letting you know the subpar quarterback play that we've had here for so long. He's breaking records from Sonny Jurgensen days. That's in the 1960s and 70s we're talking about. So it's like how much of a drought have we had at quarterback where we have a guy who could step in, throw for 7 touchdowns over 2 games and over 600 yards. We're like, yo, we haven't seen that in that stint since Sonny Jurgensen, and he beat his numbers. That's ridiculous.
That's the like halftime, like Philly halftime said, Carson Wentz is doing too bad. Already thrown for 200 yards in both games. I mean, I got he's definitely not bad. He's definitely serviceable. He's not in the barrel to where every team gonna be like, oh no, Carson Wentz. But no, the Indy did him dirty. Like I said, I think he'll be, he'll be okay until this wait. The turnovers will come. I'm just letting you know now. Okay.
Okay, okay. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. See. I brought this for these colors specifically, man, because we smoking on that Eagles pack this week, bro. We
but
smoking on that Eagles
but
pack.
no, how your secondary, you got Terry McLaurin, who's been
Uh-huh.
there for 3 years now, and each, he hasn't seen a consistent quarterback, but all 3 of his seasons, he's definitely had over 1,000 yards. Then you'll go ahead and draft Jahan Dotson, and then you also have Curtis Samuel. Now, Scary Terry has been slow right now. Haven't really seen him go off yet. But Jahan Dotson definitely has made an impact his first 2 games. What do you think of your receiving core?
Uh right now, I think of my receiver core like this, man. People say that that scary Terry hasn't gone off. I'll put it like this, man. Sometimes, man, when you got that Chihuahua right there, or you got that little dog in the front that's making all that noise, but you got your Doberman in the back, and then behind him you got your Great Dane. That's what it's like with our receiving core right now, man. We got Jahan Dotson, the fiery fearsome right there. He only 5'10". Boy, that boy fiery going up to make passes. He got clocked in that Detroit game. Did not give it the ball, man. I swear, bro. Like the boy is like an ATM when he got to take the card. You know how the card that sucks it in and it don't come out, man. That's how it is with his hands. But the boy like ATM, bro. He take the cash, he never give it, and I respect him for that, man. Like Curtis Samuel, man. Like I said, bro, you couldn't touch. Man, you could have hit that boy with COVID, bro. I mean, he just does not get touched, boy. Okay. You can't touch him with nothing, bro. That was a whole pandemic and he still ain't get it, bro. That's crazy. This boy just don't get touched, man. Like Curtis Samuels can't get touched in the phone booth. And then you got Terry, the know all, do all guy who could produce no matter what in any weather at that point. With that, that's an amazing 3 right there. But I don't call him a big 3 because again, we not all of them under 6 foot. So who's gonna be over 6 foot at that point? That's our tight ends at that point. Like I tell everybody, man, and our tight ends, we have 4 tight ends at the height of 6'6" or above. That's crazy. That's a starting 4 in the NBA, man. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to go against these corners, to go against Maddox, to go against Big Play Slay at that point. I can't wait to see y'all this weekend, bro. It's gonna be a good game. It's
So
not gonna be
how
a blowout.
knowing with big play slate in the Eagles defense did to Justin Jefferson, are you somewhat concerned about the Eagles defense?
Not at all, and I'll tell you why. Um, I don't know what it is about Kirk Cousins. I don't know. Like this boy look at the Monday night game. He said, "All right, that's a loss," and then he just keeps going about his life. Like I don't know how he does it because like Kirk Cousins is still probably gonna go for probably 10 to 11 wins this year. I got him doing that, bro. Like, I got Kirk going really far this year. If he has another Monday night though, that's an L. Like it's just an L on Monday nights for him. I don't know what it is. Now, shouts out to them shutting him down. Shouts out to the interceptions, but Kurt was still able to move that ball that night. He was still able to get over 250 yards of offense right there, moving that ball. He had his interceptions in the red zone at that point, which is like, yo, that's a great play. Shouts out to the defense, but he was still able to move the ball. We need to correct those interceptions in the red zone, which I think Carson Wentz can do going against his former team. I think that's going to be the difference of this game. I do think that front line that y'all have is formidable. Shouts out to Cox still being the anchor. After all these years at that point still being there. But yeah, like I'm not concerned about the corner play. I'm more concerned about the D line play getting the Carson Wentz.
Do you think Carson got a chip on his shoulder playing his former team, and then he has to come here in November to the link, and then that's gonna be crazy. That Monday night game, another primetime game.
Hear me out, y'all. All right, Philly is a weird place, bro. Let's be honest, bro. Okay, half of Philly look like Baghdad, and then the other half of Philly look beautiful. Like,
Yeah,
I
that
like
that that
like.
zombie land. You do not want to go down there, and trust
Okay,
me, I
okay,
get
okay.
anxiety driving through
Yeah,
there. It's because it's a mess. It's a mess.
I've been all throughout Philly. I've been in Germantown. I've been in South Philly. Everything. It's like, yo, but like I said, half the joint look like Baghdad. The other half of it look like New York, almost. Like, oh, it's a beautiful city. Um, y'all fans though are just ridiculous when it comes to the hate. I don't think Carson has any hate towards the front office or anybody there because honestly, the front office and those people aren't there anymore at
Hmm.
that point. Doug Peterson is gone. Most of their coaching staff is gone at that point. The people who would have beef with really ain't there. The only thing that's there is the name and team in itself, but in terms of the actual people he has beef with, I don't see him looking at that. Now again, the fandom though, the booing that'll be at FedEx, that I think he's like, you know what, I gotta shut these people up, and that's where the chip of the shoulder comes from. But in terms of the animosity towards the players, those people aren't there anymore. With the exception of Fletcher Cox, really ain't nobody really there that he was dealing with, and even Jalen Hurts at that point being there at that time, I don't think Carson looked at Jalen as a person who he didn't want to be with. I think he looked more at how we like, hey, how you gonna do this to me? So that's where it comes from. But again, those people on the field, I'm a little iffy if he has a chip on the shoulder for them.
I mean, I get why we got hurt. A lot of people was like, "Oh my gosh, why we get a quarterback?" Blah blah blah. I honestly think because of the previous year, we rushed. I think we rushed Carson back too soon with his back injury, and then last year, the year before he left, he was just thrown. He was a turnover machine. I felt like it was something mental. And then when you go to sit him down and bench him, he cries and say, "I don't want to play here no more." I
Mhm.
get it. It could have been behind the scenes with some of the coaching staff or whatever. We don't know what the case is. But I think the reason why some Eagles fans are against him is because he just flat out quit and went heartless and just so I get it, but at the same time it's just like I don't like how things ended here. So yeah, we cut him, we traded him what he wanted, we took that little dead, we took that cap hit, but we gained in the process because we got to turn that into a first round pick. And the story ends here with our off season and things of that nature. So I
Yeah.
get a lot of fans are the way they are. It's just for here in Philly, the Philly fans, I know we get a bad rep and a bad name. This Philly fan, period. It could be with the Eagles, the Sixers, the hockey team, the Phillies. All us Philly fans, all we want is you to put in effort and heart. That's it. Why do
Uh,
you think AI is still loved here today? And this man don't even play basketball no more because the heart and grit he put out there each and every time on the field.
oh yeah, I mean,
Same
the
thing.
way AI was, I mean, he was a dude that really just, I think personally, I think being a guy, I live in Virginia now, like talking to people around here that really know a lot about the AI story, but he was a dude who like just like almost the DMX of basketball at that point. Just a dude who never really left the streets. Like just 'cause I got a jersey on, I mean I ain't gonna, I ain't gonna run this fade if I need to at that point, bro. Like getting your hair braided on the on the bench at that point, like getting your braids done on the bench. Like, come on, yo, that's crazy.
By his mama.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's what my mama, like, ain't no floozy, ain't no Jezebel doing it, bro. That's his mama right there, like making sure her boy good, bro. Like he was just a down dude, bro. Like I heard one time, man, that dude pulled up to the club at that point, pulled up in a white Bentley, hopped out the joint, line packed, said, "Hey man, can I park here?" Meter maid looked at him, said, "Yeah," and just kept it moving, man. Like yo, like dude ran the city where he was here, bro. You never gonna find nobody else like AI like that plugged into the community like that, bro.
Right. So I'm just saying, like, even Joel Embiid, he's the heart and soul of the Sixers.
Uh huh.
Again, all you have to do is just play physical, have some heart. You will not hear poop from Philly fans until you do something wrong and you're not giving your effort. That's when you're gonna hear it. So to say yes, you do gotta have tough skin to play here. Ask Bryce Harper. The second day he was here, we booed him. Why? He was playing like poop. Joel Embiid even said, "I played like shit. I deserve to get booed."
uh,
So you really got had Ben Simmons is another case. He just don't got no heart. Period. So that's why the Philly fans turned on him, and we had to deal with it for 5 years. It's done over with. But to play here, one, you gotta have tough skin, and two, just give some effort, something. And you won't hear nothing from us Philly fans. I know we
I,
get a bad rep. Oh, we boo this. Oh, we do this.
I mean,
But
it was the booing, the batteries at Santa, the throwing urine on Clinton Portis' mom when he was at the game,
oh man,
eating eating poop off the ground after a Super Bowl win, not a loss. You know,
see,
it's a
that's
lot of
see,
questions,
right there. Don't put. I'm not in that category of crazy fans. I
it
mean,
just,
we have our fans,
it's
but
just
then
my
we got
Philly
the
fan.
fans. It's like, what are you doing? Like, then you look at them like, yeah, no, that's
Fergie, what's going on with you, man? How you feeling, man? It's
so
just,
it's just crazy. Speaking of Jalen Hurts, um, how does your defense get to Jalen Hurts?
man,
And can your
okay.
defensive line put up with our offensive line? Because I know y'all don't have Chase Young there.
Yeah, so our defensive line right now, man. I don't know what's going on with our defensive line, man. It kind of reminds me of like our defensive line is like going through a weird relationship right now with like they ain't gonna break up, but like they ain't really talking like that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like you might kiss your wife when you leave. Excuse me, at
They
that
went to,
point, you're
they
like,
went to sleep mad at each other.
I didn't want to sleep mad at each other. They woke up, they went about their day, but they ain't necessarily have that hash it out yet. Like you still gotta hash it out. Like, hey, what's going
Hmm.
on with you? What happened last night? Like you flipped off. I said something. But they ain't hash it out. They just kind of kept going about their day, and it's showing in the play, bro. It's like, nah, man. Like, what's going on with this lack of assignment? Like, what's going on with this lack of continuity, man? Like we're not getting to the blitz. We're running right around the quarterback. We're crashing down when we're not crashing in. What's going on with that, man? And at the, when you look at that, you gotta think, hey, if all you guys are doing it, not one of you, I don't think we got five bad guys at that point. So who is in charge of you and getting you to matriculate as better football players? That'll be the coaching at that point. So we fired our D line coach, okay, but yet they still rushing the same. Yet they still have this lack of awareness when it comes to the quarterback pocket presence. So if we fired our D line coach and that's still happening, is it our new D line coach? Well, it can't be that because he's getting direction for somewhere, which ultimately leads it to JDR, and that's Jack Del Rio, man. Jack Del Rio gotta go, bro. This dude, he's just I don't know what he's doing, man. It looks like he just smokes a bowl, goes to work, and goes, all right, man. Y'all two can run that way. I went three this way, and then y'all gonna run around in the back like your hair on fire. Like it's just not making sense out there. But like, why are we scheming so complicated when it's not working? You would think to be like, all right, well, it's not working. Let me make it more simple. Nah, bro, we got to make it more complicated, and that's where I'm just losing at Del Rio. So when it comes to that D line play, I think the way to stop Hurts this game is to basically you got to get a hand on him and you got to put him in the dirt, even not sacks. You got to get that mental gap there. Like I said, I want Hurts to get hurt mentally in this game. I want him to think about, hey, do I want to step up in the pocket and possibly take this hit, or should I fall back? I want him in his mind. And again, in his mind, you got to get those shoulder hits. You got to get those hits. You got to apply pressure to him at that point, bro. Like every play needs to apply pressure. Those corners, again, the NFL's a passing league right now. We know that. There's no way you can stop some of the yardage right now, especially with defenseless receiver calls, with pass interference, now with the legal hands. It's just way too much. But like corner play is crazy right now. So you're gonna allow some catches. We get that. How do you stop that? Gotta get hits on the quarterback. Legal hits at that point. And again, we're not praying for injury here. We got to get mentally in the Hurts' head. We want to see him succeed in every other game with these two.
All right, so we got our big receiving core. We got AJ Brown, we got Devontae Smith, we got Cuz Watkins. We even have a good tight end in Dallas Goddard.
Yeah.
So how do you defend all that?
Question. Who like were y'all selling feet picks in the offseason? Like how did y'all get all these picks and stay under the
So
cap?
okay, so I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm
Confused,
gonna tell you
man.
what happened. So we already had our original pick at 19.
Mm-hmm.
The Carson Wentz trade turned into a first round pick.
Uh-huh.
And then I forget where we got the other pick from. So that's three. First round picks, we had three.
Yep.
Coming into this season, I said Howie Roseman was on his last leg. I said Howie Roseman is going to F up this trade, this draft, and Philly is going to go crazy. I live 10 minutes from Lincoln Financial. I said, yo, I will bomb the hell out of Jeffrey Lord, the Howie Roseman if he screws this up. So I'm like, all right. So I'm getting nervous. And then I'm like, somebody was like, I was like, we're not keeping all these trades. I know we're not. Long and behold, what happens? He fleeces with the New Orleans Saints. So he got their first round pick of next year. Mind
Yeah.
you, we got his first round pick of next year. And we gave him, I forget what we gave up. So now we only have two picks. I'm like, all right. We move up with Baltimore to get Jordan Davis. I thought honestly we was getting Kyle Hamilton because we didn't have a safety.
Huh?
But no, we moved up and get Kyle Hamilton. Jordan Davis. We trade the pick with Tennessee to get AJ Brown. I was like, what? And then we get N'Kobe Dean in the third round. That was a steal. So I'm like, Howie, I'm sorry I doubted you. I'm sorry. And then he just got a 3-year deal before the draft. So I knew
Yeah.
he knew he had to do something in that draft because Jeff just extended his contract 3 years. He knew he had to do something. And damn it, Howie, if you didn't.
Yeah, he
So
did, man. He did, bro. I gotta give it to him, man. He was playing chess out here. He was playing chess when y'all thought he was playing checkers, man. Because boy, y'all fleeced. I mean, so y'all fleeced that. They ended up getting Chris Olave. Chris Olave looking all right. I believe we got like, let me check right here. I think Chris Olave got like 121 in the year, 8 receptions. Not like a stellar score, but a rookie wide receiver doing rookie things. Does have a fumble from last game at that point. So then y'all get that, and then y'all all right. So y'all get y'all. We know nobody wanted y'all to get that in division, bro. Y'all could have got a punter. Y'all could have got a long snapper in the first round. That's what I wanted y'all to get. Y'all could have y'all
not
could
the
have got a
long
special.
snapper.
Yeah, y'all could have got a special teams gunner. I would have praised y'all for that. But no, y'all get a stellar linebacker in the first round.
The
And
third round.
then, excuse me, in the third round. In the third round. In the first round, y'all get a call up saying, "Hey, what y'all doing with AJ Brown down there?" And they like, man, he asking for this money, bruh. He doesn't see what these people got paid. And I don't know about y'all, but this ain't Vegas. This is Nashville. I ain't paying that man no $45 million, man. I ain't doing that. He gotta holler at somebody else. So then y'all come in and y'all say, "Hey, brother, I give you a good contract with a good incentive, but your guarantee, you probably gonna be looking at around 22, 23 mil. How that sound?" All right, yeah, let's do it. And then y'all get this dude, and he start producing from day one. From day one. I'm just like, yo, brother. Now you
And
couldn't
then
take time to get
that's Jalen Hurts is like best friend literally off the field. There that like Jalen Hurts is AJ Brown's god father for his daughter. So
Jeez.
they got chemistry.
They got chemistry. And then on top of that, I seen this boy Jalen Hurts and Max is chopping it up. And I'm like, yo, bro, this dude real live in the trenches, bro. Like, I gotta give it to him. And then again, I told every Philly creator this. I gotta tell you this, man. Ain't no bigger Jalen Hurts fan out there than myself, bro. Love this man since Alabama, Oklahoma, going revitalizing his Heisman career at that point, being a finalist on 2 different teams. That's an amazing feat to have as a quarterback. And then you come into the league, nobody expects much from you. You drop to a second round pick. The expectations are starting to lower on you. You come in the first year trying to replace Wentz's bad year. It's just not going right as a
And he
team.
went to the
Okay.
playoffs.
Okay.
Nobody thought he would go.
That's what I'm saying. And then the next season you come back, you put it together. It's not looking great, but you're putting it together. You go to the playoffs. You happen to play Brady in the playoffs. We know how that goes as people who played him the year prior. When Brady gets in the playoffs, he's going to win at least one game minimum. He's not a go home type guy. So I don't know. It's like anybody who got to play Brady first round, I'm sorry, bro, because he's not going home, bro. Like Brady will become the halfback if need be to win a game. He does not care. So that happens, and then he takes an off season, puts on 6 to 8 pounds of muscle at that point, looks Jack Diesel, and then he's coming and doing this year, man. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like I said, I'm so happy for him. Just these 2 weeks, I ain't got nothing for him right now, man. Like I said, I can't wait to see who leads at the end of the fourth quarter right now. That's all I'm looking for.
Most definitely. Yeah, we got a good receiving core. We got how about the running backs? You know, we do have Miles Sanders. Finally, he's getting going. He's getting going, and we
He
got
is.
two other guys with Kenny Gainwell and Boston Scott. I call him Sproles 2.0 and the bobblehead because he got a little body with a big head, but
Yeah, yeah.
but he can fly. He can once he gets to the hole, it's curtains. So how does your defense stop this rushing attack?
So the good thing about these rushes is we're not dealing with bruisers here. We're dealing with three scat backs, which I'm happy about at that point because bruisers are very hard to deal with because they have no problem hitting that A gap and getting touched 2 to 3 times and being like, I'm going to still go get 5 yards on you. So with that, bro, we gotta win. Okay, Miles Sanders, what is he? 5'11", maybe
Yeah, he's not even
198,
6 feet.
210.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. At that point, get a hand on him in the gap. I don't care if you're not taking him down. Just a hand on him alone is gonna slow him down. Let your linebackers clean it up. We need quality linebacker play, which is something that we haven't seen all season from the Washington Commanders. Let's be very clear on that. We haven't seen quality linebacker play here since London Fletcher. To be honest, it's going on 6 to 8 years. We
Whew.
haven't seen quality linebacker play, and that's what you need in a game like this because the run attack is from three people. You can get it from Boston Scott. You can get it from you can get it from Miles Sanders, and you can get it from Jalen Hurts as well. So you're gonna like it's those three that you always looking out for. And it's scary, bro. It's especially like the way Hurts runs, man. I mean, he's not scared of the contact. He does go down smart when need to, but I mean, in that Vikings game, he got contact at the 10-yard line and still took it in for the touchdown, bro. Like that right there is something that's very hard to guard against, especially for quarterbacks. We know, let's be honest, quarterbacks are treated different in this league. That's just inherently what it is. When a quarterback goes down, viewership goes down. It's just about money at the end of the day. You got to respect that. So a lot of quarterbacks are conditioned to slide, go down, not take the hit. Okay, I live to see another day. Jalen Hurts does that, but when he feels like he needs to put his team on his back and go up, he has no problem doing that as well. And that is scary, bro. Because that's a guy who's the size of your corners laying down his shoulder. How you defend against that?
Like I said, this division games are always fun. I feel like the division games. This is when everybody plays the toughest because it's a division.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean,
this game definitely is. I kind of had the question mark on one of the division games. Washington. Did I say? I said honestly. I said Washington give us trouble. Either it's going to be this game or the one that the Monday night game.
uh-huh.
The division we always split one with somebody. Either we split one with Dallas, we split one with Washington. So, but your offensive line, can you honestly think you can protect Carson with this defense?
With this defense right now, let me put it like this. If Wentz can get that ball out in a timely manner and not look for the home runs in this game, I think with our receiving core, it won't be an issue because if they get back there in 2 seconds, he needs one to throw it. It's just all quick slants and just go routes at that point. I think he can get the ball out for that. If he wants to hold on to the ball and start playing hero ball, he won't have a chance. He won't have a chance because with that hero ball, you're looking for things to open up, and when doing that, man, you can only ask your O line but to block so long before they're gonna get back to you, and that takes pocket presence and awareness in order to step up in the pocket and feel that pressure, which I haven't seen from Wentz yet. If he miraculously gets that in this game, that'll be amazing. But against a 29-year-old man, I don't know if he's just gonna learn that in 1 week. But I know he can get that ball out faster than what his slow windup currently is.
So, who's your X factors in this game?
X factors right now, believe it or not, is going to be Jamin Davis, number one. That's our linebacker, first round draft pick from last year. He's going to be playing close to the line this game. Hopefully, he's going to be in the spy mode at that point, at the dedicated spy. If he's a dedicated spy, he has the speed to catch up with Jalen Hurts, and I think he will be a huge X factor in this game. I know he's been criticized lately for not making the best plays, but I think when you put him in this role, this is the role he was made for. Number two, at that point, X factor is going to have to be our punter. Yes, you heard me. Our punter at that point. Field position is going to be so key in this game. Special teams means a lot. And Tressway, being the number one punter in the league, has to pin them down inside their 20 every time. And number three is an X factor. Honestly, it does need to be Carson Wentz. And I know that sounds so that's not an X factor, but hear me out on that. The X factor of Carson Wentz's game is if you do not have anything, I need you to tuck in and get the yardage that you can at that point. Carson Wentz is not known as a runner, but he is known to get 5 to 6 yards. Yo, when you have those yards, take them as they come. Take whatever they give you, but do not look for the home runs in this game. I would rather have 12 play drives with 14-minute time of possessions for a touchdown than you trying to look for home runs and we having 2 to 3 play drives trying to get 50 yards because we know those come once in a blue moon.
Yeah, 'cause you said this is definitely going to be like an awesome game. We'll see which offense comes to play. Hopefully, Jalen Hurts can do what he did last game. He looked good. He stepped up in his pocket. He was ready to throw.
You would.
So we'll definitely see what the game plan is. Hopefully, Shane Steichen will have a good one. I'm more concerned about Jonathan Gannon than anything. I know y'all have Antonio Gibson. Who's a good running back as well, and he can go off at any time.
He can, but the thing with Gibson is, and I think this is going to be the game where he does it. Gibson has no problem just being like, all right, cool. I'm going to get 10 runs. I'm going to get 10 touches from maybe 40, 50 yards. Cool. I'm going to come out the backfield 5 to 8 times and get 80, 90 yards as well. And that's what I'm looking for in this game at that point. I need everybody to be a receiver. We know that with him and J.D. McKissick, both of them can run between the tackles as need be, but also when they go out to the out routes, they can definitely swing out the backfield and catch that ball and freeze up those linebackers in space and get those first downs. So I'm very excited to see them in this game. I just think that we have too many pass catchers for people to keep up with, and I do think we're going to exploit that in this game right here, making us the underdog of the week. If y'all betting people, man, put some money on our game. I'm telling y'all, man, the Commanders, man, they're going to surprise y'all this game, man. Don't forget, last time we played, it was settled by 4 points. It was only by 4 points. It was 2016 game. Okay, so like, yeah, y'all like keep an eye on this game. Keep an eye on this game.
So who is your all-time Washington? I can't say, well, who's your all-time Washington great? Let's say who's your favorite?
Yeah. We're talking about a Washington legend for me right now.
Yeah.
Somebody who I've actually seen play in my lifetime. Definitely got to say Sean Taylor. I mean, it was just amazing to see a guy like that in the field who pretty much was unstoppable. No one could touch him. Like truly, I mean, the guy scored 3 times in his career just because off of his speed. But also, I mean, just knocking people out. I mean, he had T.O. breathing heavy on the sideline, bro. Like, I remember that play, bro. T.O. came on the sideline, thought he was going to get the free hit and then go out of bounds. But that's not how Sean Taylor played. Even though he was leaning out of bounds, Sean Taylor still came through and cleaned him up. T.O. got up and said, and went to the sideline. Had to get his oxygen, bro. And I'm like, yo, bro, that's a great guy, man. And again, rest in peace to him, man. We got the Sean Taylor way at the stadium now, man. We're gonna be there tomorrow, bro. I can't wait to see the Philly fans out there because when y'all go home with that L, bro, I just can't wait to tell y'all how much money and time y'all spent coming to see a L. I just can't wait for that, man. Very excited. Very excited.
So, are you just a football? Like you said basketball. Or any other teams in the area that you like,
Oh,
or
all teams, all teams. So I like I like every last sport there is almost, man. Like so I'm a huge baseball guy, huge football guy, huge basketball guy. Love soccer as well. Shouts out to the United out here, man. Really not a sport in DC that I don't support. All my teams are here. It's a great city. Again, we got the Nats just won a whole ship like what 3 years ago at this point, 2019. Shouts out to them. The Mystics just won a championship 2019. Shouts out to them. Caps won the whole cup 2018. Shouts out to them, bro. I said, man, it's a district of champions out here. We just need the Commanders to bring one home, bro, and then we need the Wizards to bring one home. You could, if you want to make a bet, who wins it first? Woo, I can't tell you. But between my Wizards and my Commanders, I need one of them to bring it home soon, man.
let me get my charger for my computer dies. But no, I think it's definitely going to be a good game. The Commanders definitely are changing things. But how do you feel about if let's say Carson can't go, or they decide Carson's doing bad? You still got Taylor Heineke, who's actually pretty decent. I actually thought they were going to keep him and not really sign Carson, and then you got the rookie you just drafted. So what do you think about them two?
I think right now, if you want to look at this, thank you very much for that, bro. Thank you very much for the halftime. Right now, Carson is the clear number one. If something does happen to Carson, God forbid at that point, Taylor is the clear number two. How is a project? He is a project. He is a work in progress. He is not there yet. I do not want us to throw a rookie out there and then he gets demoralized and now he doesn't want to play. I just don't want to see what happened to Josh Rosen happen to one of our quarterbacks at that point. Josh Rosen is a prime example of what can happen when we just don't give a rookie any guidance. He became a journeyman from I believe Josh was number 2 overall pick. But yeah, and now he's become a journeyman, not due to play, just people didn't believe in him early in his career at that point, and it's hard to shake that when everybody looks at you at that point as just a regular backup and knowing that you have that talent. And it sucks what happened to him again. It's really bad, but it is what it is. So with how he needs to stay back there and learn, Heineke will always be the number 2 ready to play.
Heineke even said he was like, I knew I'm not starting. He was like, here I am getting $2 million, and here's
Exactly.
this
Hey,
$12
Heineke
million
is a smart
player
guy.
to come in. You really gonna think I'm gonna start? But
Heineke is a smart guy. He said, I do not think this organization spent $28 million for that man to be on the bench. And I understand my role is with the money that I make. And hey, I respect the man who can say, hey, yo, from a business decision, it makes no sense why they would do that. Why do you think I'm gonna say anything different? I like how he approached that question because what that shows is 1, don't ask me dumb questions. 2, let's explain why your question is dumb. 3, when I say it out loud, don't it sound more dumb? Because yeah, like they paid $28 million to that man. I'm not the number 1 point when you pay $28 million to a guy. I'm not the number 1 unless you're paying me 29, which you clearly aren't. You're paying me $1.5 million a year. I know my role and I'm gonna live up to it. And shout out to him for that.
yes, sir. So that's definitely going to be interesting. Um, so when let's just say when Washington isn't playing it, like, do you sit there and watch Red Zone all day like I do?
Oh, so okay. So what I do is I'm a habitual fantasy player. It's getting to be a problem, man. I got like 3 fantasy leagues.
Oh, I got you beat.
Um
I got 7.
see that's what I said. So it's like I got 3 fantasy leagues. I got a FanDuel account. It's
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, you know what I mean. Like it's like isn't the game I'm not interested in at this point, bro. When I was younger, it used to be all Commanders. You know, like oh yeah, I want to see Washington, win. And then when the game go off, I try to watch another game and not into it now. Now with all the player prop bets and everything that I got out there now, it's like all right, man. Like even during our game, I'd be like, hey, bro, let me make sure Lamar got 25 on the day rushing yards. Okay, cool. All right, back to our game real quick. Got you. I just got to make sure it checks out. So I'm just an avid fan of football first. Commanders all day though. Don't get that twisted by any means. But when it comes to football or our game is off at that point, yeah, I definitely still watching. I'm watching till 10 p.m. It starts at 1 and ends at 10 p.m. like,
Yeah, no, like last week I was like, oh, the Eagles don't play till Monday.
yeah,
Oh, I guess I can watch Red Zone all day.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
and look
yeah.
at Fantasy FanDuel. I was like, dang. I said, who screwed me on $600 last week? It was the Saints.
Oh, see, okay.
Oh
Let me break
God,
this
no,
down.
we don't. I don't wish that on nobody to sit there and watch the Flyers.
Oh
I
no,
wouldn't wish
no,
that
no,
on my worst
no,
enemy.
no, 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 no,
No,
no,
no,
no.
no.
I don't know what's going on with the Flyers from a historic standpoint. I mean, it's not like they have bad ownership. I just
it's just
think
it's
that
just Chuck. It's just Chuck Fletcher got to go.
yeah, like I think that like they try to get a coach who did it before in another organization with different players. And the same thing happens in all major sports. When they see you do it one place, think you do it everywhere, and they put it on the coach and not the players. I'm like, yo, look at the quality of players he was coaching at that point. That should tell you who he's going to be with. If you don't match him up with that same quality, you cannot grow. You can't grow roses in sand. You just can't do it, bro. You need some type of soil. You need some type of base at that point. So,
Most definitely. So what's your ceiling for the Commanders this year?
oh man, all right. Honestly, man, as a football fan, it's gonna be different from a Commanders fan. All right. As a Commanders fan, I'm telling y'all that we going 14-2, man. It's gonna be 14-3. 14-3. They're gonna be somewhere we gonna mess up at that point. 14-3, bro. We out here. As a football fan, though, 9-8 don't sound bad, bro. Like 9-8 is a real place to be. You know what I mean, like 9-8 is tangible. That is tangible at 9-8, bro. That is a good place to be in 9-8. I see it as 9-8 for us on the high end. I mean, on the high end, could we get a 10-7? Possibly, but 9-8 will be probably what we said like 9-8, 10-7.
Okay. I was about to say I just had a thought in my head and just completely went that way.
All good.
Okay, so who on the Eagles team, who are you absolutely don't want to see go off?
Oh, Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith, the guy, I absolutely don't want to go see off. And he hasn't gone off yet, and that's good. We can lock down number one wide receivers. So usually happens to us is that we knock down a number one, and then a number two will arise, and then we have no idea what we're doing with the number two. Like Amon Ra last week, the boy got almost 200 yards on us at that point. We let him go off. Is he the number one? Kind of, sort of. He's like a quasi. They got like a 1A, 1B situation over there. But in terms of that, we kept Swift down. So we kept Swift to 50, but then Amon Ra got, like I said, close to 200. Got another running back at that point that got over 70. So it was like, all right, bro, like, what are we doing? So we got to deal with that and make sure that we keep Devontae Smith down. I know we can keep A.J. Brown down. I actually do got faith in keeping his numbers down. But we can't just open one and close the other. Like, we have to make sure that we keep both of them down, force that ball on the ground, see if they can beat us between the tackles.
Honestly, who I'm afraid of for y'all is gotta be Terry. Like you said, he the Great Dane behind. I just don't want him to go off. Like he's waiting. Like he's going to have that game, and I hope it's not against us.
Like I said, like he does have a touchdown on the year. Dude knows what to do, knows how to score. Curtis Samuels has 2. Like I said, Jahan got 3, man. Like Gibson got 1 on the ground. Like we know how to spread this ball out. That I'm not concerned with. It's more of a timing issue on Wentz's side. I need that windup to be quicker. I think he can make it quicker. I think in this game, y'all gonna see Hurts get that revenge. He already got revenge on Dougie. He got revenge on Dougie and Jacksonville in one game. He got revenge on them in one game. I see. Hey, man, it's the Carson Wentz revenge tour, and we all living in it. So this is the first game. This is the first game, in my opinion, that really had something towards him. Like Jacksonville, they didn't hate him. They were just happy that they won that game. They had a funny tweet. When we got Carson, they said, "Hey, tell Carson we said hi." Then we beat him. We said, "Yo," he says hello back. But this is the first game where it's like, I know people don't like him. Like I know Philly fans are gonna boo when they get there. And let's talk about all these Philly buses, man. Like, what's going on, man? Like, so many Philly fans want to come down to DC. Like, what's going on?
One thing about Philly, we roll deep, and it is not too far. We take over MetLife when the Giants are there.
Yeah. I know that.
We take over MetLife. We gonna take over FedEx. So it's just like we run deep. We run Pittsburgh. I can see them up there too when we play them. We run deep.
Jeez, man. I mean, shouts out to y'all. I would love to see Commanders fans take over the link one day. We just gotta win.
That will never happen.
we just gotta win the Super Bowl first to get all those fans back. But the moment we do that, bro, I can't wait to see that.
So the last thing, I know we only got a couple of minutes left, but what do you honestly think about Ron Rivera? I know people saying, he's not that great. But what do you think of him?
I think Ron Rivera was a great coach. Is he a great coach? No. I think he was a great coach. I think he was a mastermind in his time. I think the league went past and he didn't adapt. I think Scott Turner's adapting, and that's our OC. And I think he's adapting. He sees what the game is today, and he's like, all right, cool. I need to adapt. I need to get these receivers out here. I need to make sure that I have a current offense that can spread the ball out. I do not need necessarily to be drafting the most bruiser running back out there. I need to get a bruiser, but I need to have someone catch it out the backfield. I need to have tall tight ends. Not 6'1", not 6'2". I need 6'6" tight ends. I need to create mismatches down in the red zone, and I see Scott Turner doing that. Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio, I see
Here go
old guys making those decisions.
Cowboys Coles over
Oh,
here talking about some y'all
oh
not taking
God!
over
Hey,
Dallas.
Cole. We'll talk about y'all next week, man. We said that, bro. Go talk about y'all next week, bro.
You know what what's crazy, and I tell this all the time. I tell people this all the time. You will be surprised how many Cowgirls fans live in Philadelphia, and it makes no sense.
Who
It
you
makes
telling?
no
DC,
sense.
Philly, New York. They out here, bro. They out
It
here, man.
makes
They like
no
roaches.
sense. Have y'all stepped foot in Dallas?
They
Talk
like
about, oh, I'm a
roaches, man.
Cowboys fan. Like, I need to know. I do know some Cowboys fans that do live in Philly, but they've been ride or die since the beginning. And like I said, those fans, I don't gripe about. Like, I don't get in their head. The reason is, I don't know if it is the same thing for you it is for me, but Dallas, I wouldn't dislike Dallas if it wasn't for they damn fans. Dallas fans is the reason why I can't stand the franchise. It's the Dallas fans. Y'all can be 2-15. Oh, we gonna win the Super Bowl still. How? How y'all winning the Super Bowl with two wins?
Let's be honest. Dallas had a hot girl summer in 93, 94, and 96. And it hasn't been a hot girl summer since then, y'all. Like, pipe down that. Like, pipe down, y'all. Like, it's all right. Like, y'all had the 90s, bro. Like, shouts out, man. Like, that was good. But we living in today. And all these Dallas fans that's out here, bro, they know they got on the bandwagon in the 90s, man. They know they was out there in the 90s. And that was in the 2000s. And it's just bad. It's like, yo, pipe down, y'all. Now, the Cowboys fans is out here saying, hey, Dak ain't it. I'm not sure.
At least he admitted he hates 75% of his fans.
Hey, there y'all go. At least, hey, yo, I keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. Because 75% of y'all fans don't even live in Dallas. That's the crazy part. Okay, it's just these people saw a team in the 90s and was like, I gotta go with it. It's like, you know what it reminds me of? All these damn Patriots fans we used to have and where they at now. Remember when we had all these Patriots fans out here? Remember we had all these Brady jerseys out here, bro? Where them people at now, bro? All them Cleveland fans we had out here when LeBron was in Cleveland, all these Cleveland fans out here turned into all these Miami Heat fans. Now turned into all these Lakers fans, bro. Like, it's just bandwagon going to bandwagon, bro.
I'm telling you, it's the bandwagoners that like you call them out on. Don't know a lick of who on the team. Y'all just on the team because they winning.
That's what I'm saying. Like shouts out to like LeBron. He's a great player. This isn't any dig at LeBron. We're not saying anything about that. It's saying these people who just follow these people around. They don't know nothing about the team itself or the culture that comes behind it. Now, in the NBA, it's a little bit more acceptable just because how much pull these players have in the NBA. I can see why, especially in the NBA, it's definitely becoming a player league where you're following players. You're following KD. You're following Luka if he happens to go anywhere. Like, you're following Steph. Like you're liking players more so. But see, you had no choice. You always have a choice. You always have a choice, though. I don't want to hear that. You have a choice. You a grown man, but you have a choice, bro. Okay. You always have a choice of where you want to be at, man. All right, there's always a choice to be where your fandom is. My pops is a Giants fan, Brooklyn boy right there. All right, I was born in New York. Like I said, I was born in New York, man. Why, y'all can shut out. I did not choose to become a New York Giants fan, and they was winning when I could have been a fan, bro. They was winning in 2006, 2007, and then they won it in 2008, bro. Still a Commanders fan. Like, couldn't change over, bro. Now my brother, he a Giants fan, but man, my dad couldn't have. As he likes to happily say, he wasn't gonna make that same mistake twice. We'll let that be though. But yeah, like I just all these Eagles fans coming down, bro. Like, I'm happy y'all gonna spend your money to see a loss. I'm very happy. Happy.
Yeah, it's just crazy with the fan base and how many people you get in and everything else. Again, I had it. I told my son, I said, if you ever get drafted by Dallas, I can't wear his jersey. It's that deep.
Man.
It is that deep. I can't do it.
I want to have a kid if and when he get drafted into any team at that point. If it ain't one that we supporting, bro, I'm gonna tell people that you work for the NBA, you ain't in the NBA. Okay, I'm gonna tell people you work for the NFL, you ain't in the NFL. Just to be clear, bro.
I told him, he was like, "Oh, okay, that's wrong." I was like, "I can't put on that. I can wear any other color. I can wear a Browns jersey, and they just plain brown and orange and whatnot. I can't do it."
If my son would have worked for the Dallas Cowboys fan at that point, that's all good. I'm gonna dap him up like I see him, like the grown man that he is, bro. But don't be calling your mom, don't be calling me, man. We good, bro. We good over here, man.
So, and then my dad did the same thing. He said if he get drafted by the Eagles, he can't put on his jersey. He is a Giants fan.
Oh, what? Oh, say. So your pop's a Giants fan too. Yeah, my pop's a Giants fan, bro. It's ridiculous. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I don't know what it is. I don't know, but you know,
They got more rings than all of us over. They believe it or not, Giants got more rings than all of us in the store.
I don't know what the Giants, you know, no digs to Giants fans. I mean, I just don't get it. Like you said, it's just the Giants. It's just so. I think about the movie, The Little Giants. That's my favorite all time movie. I'm sorry, that's my movie, The Little Giants.
Oh yeah, yo. Believe it or not, the Commanders last year ran the annexation of Puerto Rico in the game.
Yeah.
Okay. We ran that play in the game, bro. We ran that play in the game. And as soon as it was called, and as soon as I saw the formation of what they're doing, I was like, yo, ball snapped. I was like, no way. And it worked. And I was like, yo, this is crazy, right? We won the game,
what
bro.
are we gonna do? Yeah. Annexation of Puerto Rico.
Yeah, bro. I'm a huge fan. Bro. But yeah, man.
So I did put your link in my description box, but tell people where they can find you at.
Absolutely. First and foremost, Key in the building because she always in the building. Thank you very much for having me on today. Gotta make sure y'all know that, man. It's all love, and thank you very much for being here. Y'all can find me at all socials at Big Moves Timus. That includes Twitter. That includes YouTube. It's gonna be at Big Moves Timus. That includes our Instagram. That even includes TikTok, y'all. We on TikTok out here, yo. Okay, with the Big Moves Timus. Come follow me, man, for all Commanders content. Also, just football content in general, y'all. I try to make sure that I don't care who you a fan of. We're gonna talk Commanders first, but we're gonna talk sports and all. So always feel free to come on by, whatever fan you are, but we can always chit chat it up. And no matter how serious the conversation get or how much we want to bark at each other, at the end of the day, it's all love. We dap up and we keep it together like the grown people we are.
Like I said, I don't have general hatred for nobody. I can talk football with it has to be a sensible Dallas fan. I can't get the delusional ones.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna butt heads.
Yeah, I just can't hear that. Oh, Dak is gonna take us to Super Bowl next year. I can't do that. But like, get out of my face with that, bro. If you want to say, hey man, Dak is a good quarterback at that point. When he takes the Super Bowl at that point, I'm not sure the defense needs to step up. Hey, also he doesn't make these key decisions. Okay, I got that. Like, cool. We can have a talk about that. I think Dak is a fairly good quarterback at that point. We can have that conversation. But y'all who out here like, y'all, but we're gonna win the ring. This is our year this year. We don't need Amari Cooper. Like, stop it. Get help. Stop that. Like, are we not doing that out here, y'all? Sensible fans.
That right, exactly. So it's only a couple of Dallas fans that I know will tell it like it is. And like I said, there ain't many, but I know a few. So like I said, I can't hate on those guys, but no, I do appreciate you coming on, hopping on again. If you want to do it again for a week, I forget what week that is. No, I can
okay.
It don't matter. We definitely can go ahead and get it in. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. Mrs. BG got Grandizer, got Cole's Cowboy. He's in here. Philly halftime. Appreciate y'all. But we gonna get on out of here. And then I gotta be an Uber driver for my son. So yeah. we gonna get him out of here. And I see y'all in another video, y'all.
Hey man, thank y'all very much.
Pressure. Some on this gas getting hectic. I put my bitch in the best shit. Wanna act goofy, stretch quick. Pressure. Some on this gas getting hectic. I put my bitch in the best shit. Wanna act goofy, stretch quick.